It is not the fact that you are jobless that is catastrophe. The fact that you don't know what to do with your time is what is catastrophe. So to be jobless is one of the greatest blessings the world and life and destiny can give you. To be jobless is one of the greatest blessings destiny and God Almighty can offer you. Because when you are jobless, you are second advantage, you are stripped of all strings. All strings are cut off you. You are clean. You are set free from all strings. The manipulative strings, the controlling strings that makes you into a manoret, like a puppet. All strings that makes you into a puppet are being broken away from you because of joblessness. One of the greatest bondages in the world is job. One of the greatest bondages of life is job, is to have a job. The second greatest bondage in the whole world is salary. Only slaves are looking for salary. And only slaves are desperate and looking for job. So, once you are jobless, if you could realize that you are being exposed to the greatest wealth that is available in the whole universe, a giant will arise in you. A giant will arise in you. A giant will arise in you. I can only begin to imagine right now what I would do, all things that I could begin to do if I am jobless. If I were to be jobless, wow! If I were not to be busy, if I were not to do anything, if I were to be jobless, oh, wow. A whole world of possibilities is opening to me. And I'm going to take you one by one, step by step, into this world of possibilities. Number one, I told you this morning that for you to be a genius in anything, I told you this morning that people who become great in any endeavor become great because they spend time. They must spend a certain amount of time, a certain amount, quality of time, and quantity of time doing something. For you to become great in any endeavor, this has been scientifically proven that you must spend 10,000 hours. That is time. 10,000 hours. You must spend 10,000 hours investing yourself into that project. You must spend 10,000 hours either researching, studying it, doing the work, practicing, rehearsing, anything that you need to do. You must spend 10,000 hours doing that thing. What is it about 10,000 hours? That is the amount of time. It is a measurement of time. 10,000 hours is a measurement of time. Measurement of time. Measurement of time. If you are jobless, why can't you make a calculation? Like you say, I want to be investing 10 hours a day. 10 hours a day, calculate it for me. 10 hours a day until I want to invest 10 hours a day into my passion, into my destiny, or into my purpose. Let's say your purpose is to discover, I want to become an inventor today. Even if it's not your purpose, even if you just want to do it, any goal you want to attain in life, if you will invest 10,000 hours in it, you will not just get to that goal, you will become one of the best in the world. Let's say you begin to invest 10 hours every day. How many days will you need to be able to have 10,000 hours? 10 hours a day. We have 1,000 days. That is how many in months or in years? 3 years. So in 3 years, 3.5 years, if you decide to invest 10 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 10 hours a day in a given project. Let's say you decide to invest 10 hours a day to discover the cure for cancer. By the time you finish, even if you did not get the cure for cancer, you would have gotten a little or many other inventions, many other discovery that would have made you one of the best in the world in 3 years. Let's say 4 years. Just by investing 10 hours a day. If you decide to invest 10 hours a day into becoming Olympic champion, let's say in swimming, just like the guy from Singapore that we just saw in the Olympics, 10 hours a day. He didn't do 10 hours a day, he did 3 hours a day. But in the next 8 years, it was not even 10,000 hours, 10,000 hours. He did enough. In the next 8 years, he was already overcoming the person that everybody saw as a god in swimming, Michael Phelps. He was beaten by this young man who was 7 years old. I was given the principle to maximize time. There is nothing as powerful as time. If you will know what to do with time, if you will take 10 hours, let's say 10 hours a day is too much. Okay, let's take 5 hours a day. If you take 5 hours a day in 6 years, you can become anything you ever want to become. If you want to become an inventor, invest 5 hours a day in studying that particular subject, in investigating that particular subject. In the next 6 years, 5 to 6 years, you will become the best in that subject in the world. If you will qualitatively work, giving 5 hours a day to anything, not even 10 hours a day. Let's take 5 hours a day. Investing, learning, studying, investigating, researching on any subject and on daily basis. So if you are jobless, that is the greatest blessing you could find. Because most people will never find 5 hours a day after their job. Because of job, everybody is busy. Because if you have a job, that means you have minimum 8 hours to go and work for salary. That means you are wasting 8 hours regularly just going to work. By the time you come back, travel and come back 2 hours to and fro, you don't have time to spend another 5 to 10 hours investing in your destiny and in your calling. Let's say you are a young man and your area is running and you are gifted in running. Begin to invest that amount of time in training or in boxing or in sports, any sports. Just begin to practice. That is exactly what Michael Jordan did. Michael Jordan was told that he would never become a basketballer, that he is not gifted in it. But he began to invest hours. By the time he invested 10,000 hours, he became the best basketballer in the history of the whole world. Time. What you do with your time. If you could maximize time, if you know what to do with time. So those people that are saying they are jobless, find something. Okay, then somebody will ask me and say, but how would the person eat in Nigeria, for example, or in any other country? How would they pay their bills? How would they eat? Okay. Let's say you take up your mind. Let's say you say, my calling is to become a writer or a singer or a musician or an actor, and I'll be investing 5 hours a day into it. Okay, but 5 hours a day is for my calling. Now I will just go and get something to do for 3 hours a day. I will go and find maybe anything to do. Maybe I will go and find somebody to clean their moors, to mow their lawns, or I will go and clean their house, or I will go and help them to carry their bag, or clean their shoe. I will do anything for 3 hours a day or 4 hours a day. just to get by, to get enough salary, to get enough, sustenance. Just, you can do that if you are not afraid, if you are not, because you know where you are going to, and you know the destiny that is waiting for you. So you are not afraid of humiliating yourself, of humbling yourself and doing any kind of job for now. You are not afraid, you are not humiliated, you are not ashamed. You know that you are sacrificing the next 2-3 years so that you might be able to become who you need to become. So any person that is saying that is unemployed right now, it's even easy to let's even leave the idea of becoming somebody. For you to, when you are even unemployed, I mean, that is easy to resolve. That's an easy thing. Go meet anybody. First of all, if you're unemployed, how can you get a job? You can get a job easy. There's no problem about getting a job. Go to any company or write your application to any company and tell them, I will do anything you ask me to do. Most people cannot do anything you ask them to do, or they are not willing to do anything you ask them to do. Or, I will never leave a job uncompleted. Many people never complete the job you give to them. Next one, you could just go to anybody and say, I will never ask you for the second time whenever you give me an assignment. I will never ask you to repeat what you said. Because many high achievers and many successful people, they hate it when people keep on asking them all over again, what did you say? How do you do that? I get instruction, I obey instruction, I know how to obey instructions. If you are that kind of person, you get the job. So getting the job is not even the assignment that we are after. That's just slavery. We don't want to sell ourselves to slavery. Getting a job should always be seen as a temporary thing. Going for a job and salary should always be seen as something temporary. You could only maintain a job just temporarily while you are investing in your destiny. Okay, let's say you are already, maybe you need money to do something. Go and get a job. And once you get that job, know that that job is not your goal. Know that that job is only a stepping stone. There might be only 2 reasons to get a job. Number 1, because you need experience. Because you want to go and get some experience and learn from those people you are working with. Because you need the skills those people have and want to offer you. Because you need, to sharpen your skills, to have some knowledge. That might be another reason why you need a job. But while you are working there, you know that that is a stepping stone for you to become. Your sight should be on your goal, on your target, on what you are, where you are going. So while you are doing your job for a few hours, don't go and sell yourself for a job for 8 hours or 10 hours a day. Take only a few hours a day. Take temporary job that's just enough for you to survive. Make a living, just enough for you to make a living. 3 hours a job, 4 hours job a day, and then make sure that you are investing the rest of the 5 hours or that you have in the day, because normally the working hour anyway is 8 hours. So you work for 3 hours or 4 hours to just make a living, then 5 hours or 4 hours you go and spend it to investigate, to research, to work on your own gifts and your calling. By the time you do that for the next 5 to 6 years, you are sustaining yourself, you are meeting your needs, but also you are going ahead with your destiny. But that is if you are totally jobless, if you are nobody. But if you have some initial money, then you have to do just investment, and how to do investment, how to invest, how to make money, how to economize money and to grow money, everything. I did that already 2 months ago. I did a series of teaching on finances, loss of money and all that. Go and listen to that one. But if you are jobless, make sure that you first of all find out who you are, what you have passion for, what you are created to do and begin to sharpen that gift. Begin to, work on that gift. Begin to cultivate that gift. Begin to develop that gift. By the time you spend 10,000 hours doing that, you will have become the best in the world. People who spend 10,000 hours doing one and the same thing, they become the top 1% in the world. If you have been watching our videos and maybe you enjoy them, maybe you don't enjoy them, but still, we need you to help us spread the word. And for that to happen, we only need you to take 5 little steps. Please help us spread this word by liking the video. Then, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We also need you to press the notification button. And the way to do that is to click on the bell. You see the bell there? Click on it. Then, of course, leave your comments. Let's know what you're thinking about each video. And finally, we need you to go and share the word. Share this video on your Facebook timeline, on your Instagram, and every other platform that you have. All right? Let's win the world for Christ. Thank you so much.